Hello one and all, back to the Let's Play of Umineko When They Cry. We're going to be starting up episode 2, which is Turn of the Golden Witch. I don't like this arc as much as the first arc. Pretty much because how, well, you know, the first game out, the survivors are, you know, they die in an order. I don't like how the second game orders it. I really don't like how who dies here and how these characters last to the end. I don't know, I just don't like it as much. And Rosa, yeah, she's the main character in here. I don't like her either in this. She's just, it's like, Jesus woman. This is why we can't have nice things. Anyway, let's start episode 2. Good morning. Just pretty much saying the witch is gonna kick your ass, bow. Yeah, we got this from the last game. It's telling us, oh, you can do all these cool stuff. And we also learned the story is fictional. Really? I thought it was real, but, you know, this actually happened.
Hey, George-sama, please look! They're so cute! Look, look!
Shannon found a pair of hammerhead sharks playfully swimming in the tank. Running around like a grade schooler seeing an aquarium for the first time.
Yeah, they're really cute. I almost want to eat them.
I'd feel so sorry for them. Do you know? I hear that the only people in the world who come to an aquarium and say that the fish look delicious are Japanese.
That's so. I'm sure even Americans and Italians would want to eat these.
Why? Is it because Americans are fat? Dude, you were fat in the original version of the game. Seriously, he was like chubby and all that, but now he's like, look at him.
He's like, yeah, I'm skinny. Yay.
Ooh, nope, don't do that.
Those clothes look good on you. Really.
Shannon braced her chest with both hands in embarrassment. She apparently felt like she was being made fun of for wearing these clothes that she wasn't used to. Even though George's face didn't show it, the truth was that he'd said something so completely unexpected that it surprised even him. And he was embarrassed as Shannon on the inside. However, when he said how embarrassed Shannon was, he started to feel as though he was teasing the girl he liked. And instead of embarrassment, a ticklish amusement welled up in him. No, he didn't just feel like he was doing it. He really was teasing the girl he liked. Nevertheless, he had thought that such embarrassing expression wouldn't even show up in manga. This is 1980. They still have this crap in like 2010s. On the contrary, we've seen another couple acting like that. He'd feel like throwing rocks at George. What?
Yeah, take that.
However, even if rocks were thrown at us now, I'm sure they would just be like confetti or celebrating us. Now, I can't remember these lonely days when I felt jealous of couples who were completely oblivious to their surroundings. I'll just speed it up. To an old-fashioned phrase, these would be road-tower days. I'm trying to speed the text up. Okay, 2. I'm so entranced that I even noticed the big tank of the world's largest aquarium. Instead, I see Shannon rejoicing and playing with the fish.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's my first time seeing a tank large enough for a whale to swim in.
I heard that this tank is the biggest selling point here. That's the biggest one in the world.
Is that so? That's amazing. It's really wonderful. It doesn't even look like a tank at all, but rather like they sliced off part of the sea with a knife and brought it here.
That can't work. That doesn't work like that, Shannon.
I agree. It's a splendid little sea.
Despite its size, I haven't thought of a tank as any more than a tank. That's why I thought our expression about cutting apart the sea with a knife was so interesting. But how far humans born their expressions, they took their own view of the world in the end. Maybe that's why it's so interesting to mingle with people who have a different world view. I was honest when I said that. Then she responded.
Certainly this might not be the real sea. But if those little guys swimming in there believe that it's the sea, then that certainly is the sea.
You know they're inside a infinite tank?
The sea is finite too. And if the sea were infinite, how much would we cover in our whole lives? I'm sure it would be a minuscule fraction of the sea.
Certainly. It's ironic, isn't it? Even though the world is so vast, most of us live our lives living in our own country.
Then we have this place as a complete world, then it would be a wonderful world. A sea, even if we were at the bottom of a narrow well.
Under the sea. Under the sea. George and Shannon going to make some nice babies.
A sea in the eyes of the frogs that live there.
Shannon spent her days at servants on a small island 10 kilometers in circumference called Rokujima. Said that with a smile. After we finished walking through the whole aquarium, we had a small afternoon lunch at a lunch with a nice view. This buffet was certainly causing boys' hearts to jump about. I myself was like that in the past. But with Shannon beside me, this buffet felt different. I couldn't generally pile on the only things I like. I was, how should I put it, worried about my appearance became a menu suited for a snob. Toast, salad, and coffee. If I were by myself, I made a pile of oily stuff like yakisoba, mashed potatoes, gratins, and the like.
Shannon, is that enough for you? If it is, I guess we met our animals really bad fuel efficiency.
I didn't mean to imply that.
On Shannon's tray, there was only tea and salad. Maybe the reason I thought she should have at least one more dish was because I was thinking with man's stomach.
Georgetown, will that be enough for you? I think it's better for men to eat a little bit more. I meant that you would normally eat more than that during lunch, right?
Oops, really? Once I figured out how much I eat when I had lunch on the island.
Yes. So, is your stomach not feeling good today?
Shannon suspected I wasn't feeling well. It seems I made her worry with my stupid attempt to show off. Besides, it didn't seem that my stomach would let me show off any longer.
Yeah. I'll confess already. I was trying to look cool. I saw that because I was with a girl.
I thought so. Considering how much you eat during lunch at the family conferences, I thought this was nearly enough. Please don't be so reserved, and feel free to go and choose another dish.
It's not fair for me to be embarrassed. What about you, Shannon? How do you manage to work for the Umineko family while eating so little?
What? Ow. What is this? How? Ooh. Ow, ow, ow.
Ow, ow, ow.
Shannon grew silent and blushed bright red. Apparently, I wasn't the only one showing off. When I realized that, my embarrassment disappeared completely.
My, isn't that enough for you? That is enough for you, is it? Yes, normally you eat more than this for lunch.
A woman's stomach made of magic, so it's a...
A woman's stomach is made of magic. I did not... Was that how they can get a baby so big in their belly? Is that it? Is that how it happened?
Ow.
It must mean that we are both showing off to each other. Let's not hold back anymore, shall we?
I smiled to her that I wouldn't make fun of her anymore and stood up from the seat.
After finally coming to Okinawa, be waits if we didn't eat some bitter melon. I think we'll even have some fried bitter melon. Shannon, come with me. Come on, come on.
Yes.
To anyone watching us, we might seem like a pretty humorous, embarrassing couple. It's only after trying to become a couple that you realize. So arguing back and forth means the world to us. That's why no matter how much everyone else stared at us with blank eyes, we wouldn't have noticed it. Indeed, at this age, I finally understand the feelings of couples who want to endlessly flirt without any regard to their surroundings. Also, I think I mentioned this in the first arc, but okay, Shannon, yeah, you know, she's all cool. Shannon's 16. I think I mentioned that. It's been a while. Shannon's 16, just to reiterate, if I already said it. Shannon's 16, okay, see her? George is 23, and... I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong. I mean, it's kind of weird how a 23-year-old dating a 16-year-old. I mean, I'm not going to be like, OMG, that's completely wrong. I guess, I mean, in Japan, I don't think they really care. Again, they only give us the epitaph, you know, in case you want to read and see if you can solve it. All the murder. Then all this. Any grimoires. Welcome to Witch Hunt. Yeah, that's the guys who actually, they're the guys who, you know, did this awesome fan dub. Not this fan dub, this translation. After I returned with a plate filled with fried food, Shannon arrived with a lovely cake. While laughing at our fake sotism, we resumed our lunch.
You know, it's a restaurant with a view of the sea. It's so cloudy.
Luckily, from our window seats, we were shown seaside scenery so grandiose that it didn't even fit entirely with our field of vision. However, because of the cloudy sky, it was a far cry from its normal beauty.
That's right. If it were clear, we would doubt we see a deep blue sea.
Yep. You know, I imagine you're used to the sea at Rokujima. Normally, the sea here surely have been an exceptional blue color. It's a real shame.
But no matter how blue it is, sea I see during work might as well be gray. The sea is blue and so am I. But today, I'm not working. So I mean...
Wait, what? The sea at work... What? Are you saying that you're depressed at work?
I'm so depressed. The sea is so blue. I mean, great.
Apparently, Shannon was doing her best to say an embarrassing line. But I didn't let her get off so easy.
What a shame. If only you said, watching a sea with you would look deep blue no matter how great it was. I'd have given you full marks and a prize.
I'm sorry. Ow,
I bit my tongue.
Wanna hear what my reward was?
if you wouldn't mind.
No, I won't tell you.
That's no fair.
When I was in elementary school, I was always the kid that got bullied. Really, George? You know, I really thought you would have been the kid that bullies people. I mean, look at you. When everyone teased me, I grew nervous and speechless to the delight of the boys. Back then, I wondered why everyone teased me. But now, teasing Shane like this, I understand why. This is so much fun. Okay, that's kind of a douchebag move, though. Okay, George, you should stop being like Keiichi. Yeah, he is being like Keiichi. Douche. I'm clear with our emotions whenever I please. I can have all of them to myself. Right now, I can't think of any higher pleasure. That's why I have to treat her lightly. I don't want her to get embarrassed and think bad of me. That's why I decided to end this topic here and now. I want to be too obstinate.
When you finish your lunch, do you want to take a walk on the beach? Let's go to the beach.
Is it gonna take like 5 episodes to get to this beach though? Are we gonna have like a giant discussion about an inheritance that I really don't care about? Is that gonna happen?
Maybe the clouds will clear up and we'll be able to see a picture sea.
That's right. I want to go see it.
Yeah, let's do it. But that looks like a really delicious cake. I wonder if I should get one like that too.
You can't. If you eat cake after already eating so much, you'll get fat.
No, why you do this?
It's like Hideyoshi's almost blood.
Oh. Okay, that was mean. He just said Hideyoshi was fat. I mean, he is, but you don't say that to like a dude you work for. Well, the brother. You don't say that to the son of the brother of the dude you're working for. That's just, yeah. Don't tell that to the nephew of the guy you're working for. That's just not cool.
Shannon, you won't stop liking me if I get fat, will you? After all, I wouldn't stop liking you if you did.
I didn't mean it that way. You think it good for your body? Your health will. Ow.
Your health will. Ow.
Mother warned me all the time too. Still, I also wonder if I should start doing some exercise or take up Taekwondo.
No.
Tai Chi Quan. Quan.
You start reconsidering your eating habits and go on a diet. To just exercising more. And furthermore, I heard that if you don't keep on exercising as well, you won't get any results.
In other words, you're telling me not to eat cake, right? Then I guess I'll just have to gaze at you while you stuff your cheeks with that cake, Shannon.
Oh. Well, gee. Maybe one whole cake is too much, but maybe just half of one will be alright. Here, it's really delicious.
Shannon cut her own cake and tried to move half to my dessert plate. I had no doubt she wanted to share the delicious cake's flavor with me. Even so, I boldly and meanly pushed that plate away. She blinked her eyes in surprise. She couldn't seem to figure out if that was a refusal of the cake or not. So I winked, opened my mouth, and said, oh. I do that too. Okay, this is pretty much, this conversation on this has become me and my girlfriend. Except, you know, I'm cooler than George. I mean, I'm a ginger.
This is what you've wanted from the beginning, isn't it? Sheesh, you're such a peppered child, George-sama.
Oh my. Why is Shannon always being zoomed in? Like, look at those titties. Actually, they look kind of saggy or smaller. I don't know.
Okay, say ah.
I was still wearing an embarrassed, annoyed face. Shannon offered the cake to me with a fork. Chomp. Had the flavor of cheap chocolate you could find anywhere. Still, it was exceptional. Because eating cake in such an embarrassing way, as if it was a couple of perfect fools, has been my dream for many years. It made this cake's flavor heavenly. If the earth is destined to end someday, I wouldn't have any regrets if it happened right now.
Okay, bam! Beatrice in the house, we watch.
It was such a moment of bliss. I thought they said it was cloudy. Why is it all bright? After that, we gathered shells, ran from waves, and enjoyed each other's company while walking along the beach. But they said it was all cloudy. What happened? In the end, the clouds never. But look at the sky, guys. No, George. But the sky. Look at it, guys. The clouds are gone.
Somehow I'm so happy. I'm getting scared.
What the? Wait. Why are the clouds back? What the? The clouds have returned. What?
You do say that from time to time. What is that you're afraid of?
I'm a servant and you should be a family. Somehow, for someone like me to be hanging out with a member, you should be a family. It just seems like too much for me.
I'm also surprised. I didn't just meet you yesterday or today, Shannon-chan. We've known each other for years now, but we can only meet during the annual family conference. I never imagined getting into a relationship where I could spend time with you like this. Same for you too, right?
But what? Now it's what? Okay, now the clouds are. Is Beatrice messing with me? I'ma just change the weather. Now it's back. Is Beatrice trolling us?
I only imagined. No, where's the imagination? It was more of like an illusion. I thought of relationship with you, George-sama, when you were always so generous and gentlemanly. I mean, it's just like a delusion.
Okay, what is going on with this weather?
Then our relationship happened.
This is like the the South's weather in the nutshell, pretty much.
Then our relationship happened to be thanks to your believing heart. Magic dwells in the power of feeling, so I'm sure that magic has brought us together.
You're right. I really think that this is truly magic.
But that's not quite right. Every time we meet, the Shannon within my heart keeps becoming more and more beautiful.
Aw, I know the feel, bro.
If the same thing happened to you, then the fact that we are here today is simply an invisible rather than someone caught by magic or a miracle.
This weather, I swear, look at it. It's annoying me.
No, a miracle did happen. George-sama?
She stopped walking on the beach, gazing beyond the sea.
A miracle?
No, magic. It happened.
All bewildered by that silently mysterious expression, while I somehow heard her use.
Magic, you say? You sound like Maria. And, Kenzo, and everyone else in this dang series.
Yes, magic. If I say it, you probably won't believe me, so I won't say it. That magic definitely had the power to grant the miracle which caused you two and I to meet each other.
You mean like a good luck charm?
Yes, maybe it was something like that. Except that it wasn't a charm. It really was magic.
Shannon was the only one who wanted the credit and count on the miracle or it might be a universal thing all girls share. For men like me, 70% of an encounter with a girl in an endeavor to try and please her, or 20% of it is raw courage, and the remaining 10% is luck. What you choose to believe weighs little in my thoughts. Maybe that way of thinking is in itself calculating and typical of men. But why to expose that in any words? Any kind of magic would be broken. I thought that before we entered into this relationship, we both had many fortunes, concessions, and great efforts. After all that, if she wants to call these times together magic, that isn't strange in the slightest. That's why I answered her the way I did.
You're right. If the same fate were repeated 100 times, maybe you and I could get into a relationship like this only one of those times. In other instances, even though we would be aware of each other, maybe we would have only maintained a relationship after all this time. Compared to those otherworldly selves, we're undoubtedly in a miraculous relationship.
It's not like that. It really is magic. No matter how often you tell me, how you tell men something like this, they'll never believe it. Kaneko didn't believe me at all either.
It's because I am the furniture.
I believe you, because I wouldn't want you to break the magic by not believing in it.
So that's the battler.
George-sama.
In a small voice, I apologized for making light of her magic. Those words seemed to make Shannon a lot happier. After all, pair of people believe in the magic of love. Love's an open door. Love's an open door with you, with me, with you, with you. No, they always say with you. Sorry, I love that movie.
Oh, this weather keeps changing. What is it?
I think it's magic.
It's magic?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I have one more whim. I'm not sure if you'd be willing to listen.
Yes. What is it?
You know how you call me George Sama? Not that I dislike it, but would you not call me that anymore? Of course, you have to keep up your appearance with you should be a family. It wouldn't force you to do something during your everyday routine at Rokujima. But when you were alone, I'm glad you didn't call me that. Yeah, let's create that rule.
A rule? If I violate that rule, what would happen?
I get the grope, you silly. Maybe we should have some kind of punishment game if you...
Oh, this Higurashi?
Yes, what should it be? Wanna hear?
No, I don't want to hear.
I'll have to think about what it should be.
Okay. George. Son.
He just took away the man out of the in. Yeah, I was trying to think if it would be on. Yeah, still.
Yeah, it sounds cool, doesn't it? I'm so happy. Shannon. Oh.
I also have another name. Sayo.
I got it.
Wait, did he just discover that was her, like, her real name?
Won't be fair. I'll also keep it, and from now on, I'll have to call you Sayo. Alright? Sayo.
Yes.
I embraced her shoulder. I forcefully embraced her entire body while she dived into my chest like a doll. As I heard her head in my arms, as I held her head in her arm, we looked at the horizon.
What a deep blue sea. Don't let me look at this sea, just the two of us.
Me too. I'm very happy that I can look at this deep blue sea with you.
I'll be gay at the gray sea and a light rain. Nope, nope. See, that weather is not. Stop that. That weather is not cloudy. The sound of waves soaked to my ears. No, this was the sound of enraged flames. Waves. My body bathed in pathetically cold splashes did not allow me to forget. It wouldn't let me forget the memories of the days when my old fate was broken and smashed. In the past, tomorrows were literally like a mirror to me. The person I am now was always rejected there. It was a tomorrow obviously no different from today. That was my old fate. But at that moment, for the first time in forever, I saw a different fate beyond behind the mirror. Holy crap. The witch whispers. She tempts me to take a bite off the fruit of knowledge. She torments me, saying that as long as I stay in the paradise of God, I'll remain furniture. So I tried to choose to know love, and became a person. Those days were like sweetly melting honey. But then, I hadn't realized that they were the beginning of the days filled with a new kind of suffering. I came to a small island on a motorboat that I had learned, that I learned just how to use. No, I couldn't possibly call it a small island. It'd really be more appropriate to call it a reef. On the reef, there was the torii and a small shrine for a local deity. It was probably built to worship the guardian deity of Rokujima. Even though I didn't know the exact meaning, I understood that it had holy significance. Even in a place like this, I took just one more look around to see if there was someone who'd followed me being here. The only sign that I could choose was a stormy island, Najima roaming in the distance, a wave breaking against Rokujima's steep cliffside. I readied myself. Then we approached the small shrine, and took the mirror that was offered to that place. It was an old-looking mirror, dim and dirty. If it were an ordinary mirror, that'd probably give you a terribly bad impression of its value. However, since the mirror had been offered to this small shrine, it made you feel like some kind of divinity. And I noticed, this was not merely a mirror. Even if it looked like nothing more than an old fucking mirror to a non-believer like myself, it was actually a mirror that had an important meaning. Is it really alright to break it after being captivated by honeyed words? No, it's not really a mirror. This is my life that I could not escape until today, and my fate. I'll break it. I'll break it, and seize the life from beyond the mirror. If I don't break it, my life will forever be a pair of facing mirrors. Nothing will ever change the slightest. The witch whispers. She tempts me to take a bite of the true wisdom. Maybe I'm already having a taste of that truth. Because I ended up knowing that these meanings I read that wrong. Maddening. Just Adam and Eve felt compelled to pluck the fig leaf. Actually, it was literally a fruit. You got the metaphor right. By now, I must break this mirror. Until today, I had fought for many days. Inside my heart, there was just part of me, the part that side with the witch repeatedly fought each other. And now, here I am. The part of me who was here to win or lose. There's only one thing I know. To obtain something, you must be ready to lose something. The cowards don't risk lose and never try to change anything will never receive the key that opens the path to a new future. The key is already in my hands. The key is to break this. Well, can you break it? Is there any other effort I can make? Or will I just not break it? No. There's nothing but this. Come, have courage. I'll free myself from being more furniture. Mirror. And I'll receive new sufferings to become human. These are surely the small and large trials I must impose on myself. Come on, break it. Break the eternally unchangeable fate that imprisons me into pieces. Raise the mirror high, and think back on the preceding days of conflict. And finishing my reflection in the blink of an eye, I throw it. The thunder roars, crying out again with my outrageous act. Certainly, that was the hatred of the angels who were trying to banish me from eternal paradise. Look down the mirror, trimming at the feet, broken into equal parts. After I made sure I've accomplished my task, I screamed while looking up at the enraged sky.
I kept the promise. Now, it's time to keep your promise with me, right?
The thunder roars once more. I'm already banned from paradise. That's why I have to struggle by myself in order to live. The witch said it. That's the sole element of the world. To lose it means to lose the world. Like how a canteen with a hole in the bottom can't be filled no matter how much water you pump into it.
I kept the promise. Now, it's your turn to keep your promise. Please grant my wish. Beatrice-sama!